So, you have plans of picking up an Xbox Series X, and you didn't pre-order. You're just going to walk in the store, order off of Target, Walmart, Amazon, and pick one up, right? Probably not. I mean, you might get lucky, but probably not. And unfortunately, it's about to get a lot worse. What's up, Bounders? I'm DBFig, and this is Digital Boundaries News. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Seriously, it always warms my heart seeing you guys come to the videos. So do me a huge favor, like the video, share the video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you in the next video. So, the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5 released last week. It was a big deal. Everybody is so excited to get their Xboxes and PlayStations, but there's a lot of people out there. I mean, a lot of people out there who wanted to pick one or the other, but unfortunately couldn't find any of them. I mean, the Xbox did a little bit of a better job because not only could you order online, you could pick some up at a store. Not a ton, but they were floating around here and there. The PlayStation 5 opted to go all online. Occasionally, you might find one in the store, but really it's all online for the PlayStation 5. And Sony already admitted that pretty much the holiday season is going to be online orders only, very sporadic. Microsoft has been a bit quiet until recently, and now we got some answers from Phil Spencer himself and a couple people who are the chief supply chain officers and marketing officers from the Xbox end, really talking about the subject. So, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, did a guest appearance over at GlitchCon. GlitchCon is the replacement for this year of TwitchCon. Because of the whole pandemic, they can't have a big convention, and Twitch, the major live streaming service, usually has a big pandemic where they announce new features, have guest stars, panels. You know, it's a convention. GlitchCon was the replacement for TwitchCon this year because obviously everything that's been going on. So, he made a guest appearance and he said this: "The number one request I get over and over is it's so hard to get consoles right now. And I really apologize for that. We've been building them for almost 2 months now and trying to get as many into stores as we can, but the demand is just so high." Earlier, Phil Spencer did state that Microsoft had the largest launch ever. But here's the thing, they've been very coy on the actual numbers of consoles sold. So, I mean, I'm sure it is the largest launch ever, but we don't know the hard numbers. And Microsoft has pretty much been, we don't care about the hard numbers anymore. We're just going to put out our systems everywhere. So that way, because Microsoft has been really adamant to not to do the whole console war stuff. They'll leave it to the fanboys, which I'm sure will show up in the comments. They'll leave it up to you guys to argue, but I think Microsoft cares a little bit more about their services like Xbox Game Pass and all the rest of the stuff than straight console numbers. Obviously, they want to sell as many consoles as possible, but they're not going to play the numbers war that fanboys seem to love to get into. But I mean, in the end of the day, both corporate entities are corporate entities. They don't care about you. They care about if the number goes up on their little graph, and that's pretty much the end of that story. So, Phil Spencer apologized. That's good and all, but there was one more person. So during a major conference call that was going through retailers have been asking, hey, when are we going to get units? When are we going to get units? Well, it looks like Tim Stewart over at the Jefferies Interactive Entertainment Conference had a bit of a talk to a lot of the retailers out there about the future of Xbox Series X consoles showing up for sale. So, the chief financial officer for Xbox, Tim Stewart, spoke over a conference call to a lot of retailers. So during the Jefferies Interactive Entertainment Conference last week, there was a bit of a statement about the future of Xbox Series X. How many Xbox Series X are coming out? When should stores and retailers start expecting them? And he said this: "I think we'll continue to see supply shortages as we head into the post-holiday quarter. So Microsoft's Q3, calendar Q1. And then we get to Q4. All of our supply chain continuing to go full speed heading into kind of a pre-summer months. And that's where I expect to see a bit of a demand, the supply profile meeting the demand profile." So you did not hear that wrong. Basically, he's saying that it's going to be months before they're able to have enough supply chain to meet with the demand that currently is available. So based on his approximation, we're looking into sometime in April of 2021 until we start seeing the Xbox Series X sort of readily available, and not until the end of next year where we could really see the Xbox Series X pretty much everywhere to buy for any random reason. So if you're really trying to get an Xbox Series X right now, well, unfortunately, the only odds you have are being lucky enough to run into one in the store, or being lucky enough to get an order on Amazon or Walmart or Target and beating out the bots, because unfortunately, that's going to be the game for a couple months. So it doesn't matter if you're going to go PlayStation or Xbox Series X, both systems are going to be pretty hard to get this holiday season. And for Microsoft, at least we have some sort of idea what their game plan is, and it sucks. It really does. I want every single person who wants to get a Series X or a PlayStation 5 to get their game machine and have a lot of fun with their brand new next-gen console, but it is what it is. This is the world we're living in right now. The pandemic has slowed down a lot of things. And again, it's not just the manufacturing, it's the supply chain and how it's going to get to the retailers in your area or get to the online retailers so they get distributed on their side. Everything is messed up right now, but again, it is what it is. But have you been able to get an Xbox Series X, and be it online or in store? Or if you're trying to get an Xbox Series X, are you going to keep on trying, or are you just going to wait for a while and hopefully find one in the store in a couple months? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, thank you for being awesome. Hey, thanks for watching the video. By the way, I stream on a regular basis over at twitch.tv/DBFig. Give me a follow over there. And while you're here, please make sure you subscribe and like this video. It really helps out the channel. Thank you for being awesome.